Howdy, y'all. I'm Adam, the Renaissance Nerd. We are now 48 hours removed from the, could we say, internet shaking news that Wonder Woman 3 was canceled. Things are happening over at DC Studios, that they are basically putting the kibosh on the Snyderverse for good. Told you so. I also told you so yesterday that let's not jump to conclusions that the cast have all been fired. The faces of the Justice League are done and over with. No, but the Shills wanted to run with that. They ran with it. I said, let's not get to that conclusion right away. It doesn't make any sense. And now there is news that no one's being recast. Gee, I was right again, perhaps. But that's not what we're going to cover today. What we're going to cover today is what apparently is the actual news, the actual tidbits, the actual reality of what went down with the collapse, the dissolution of the Snyderverse Wonder Woman 3. There'll probably be more Wonder Woman movies, just not Snyderverse Wonder Woman 3, specifically coming from the, how do I say this nicely, the art-hearted brain of Patricia Jenkins. Patty Jenkins is a brat. The article we're about to look over here on The Wrap kind of reveals she's a brat, and she's a dumb brat to boot, because people called her out and pointed out, gee, this is bad. Can you come back with something else? No, wee. She threw a tantrum, apparently. Let's read this together, because we're going to read most of this because it's telling. I love it. It's telling. Warner Brothers didn't cancel Wonder Woman 3. Patty Jenkins walked off the project. Exclusive here at The Wrap. Let's start right here. Jenkins' exit came as James Gunn and Peter Safran have been getting settled into their new roles as co-CEOs of DC Films and are busy plotting out an extensive multi-year plan for the DC films, TV shows, and games that they will present to Warner Brothers Discovery, The Sands. But the two had nothing to do with what happened to Wonder Woman 3, The Wrap has learned. Although Gunn and Safran have been given a mandate to reshape the DC landscape, Warner Brothers Discovery has ongoing enterprises that nobody was going to mess with, according to one insider. This includes Matt Reeves writing the sequel to The Batman. No, thank you. Jar Jar's black-lead Superman from Ta-Nehisi Coates. I haven't heard anything about that. Check out my previous video about that stuff. And Todd Phillips' Joker 2. Oh, God, it's a musical. It's going to be horrible. And Patty Jenkins doing Wonder Woman 3. Last week, Jenkins turned in her treatment for Wonder Woman 3 to the studio, according to the insiders. Warner Brothers Film Group co-chairpersons and CEOs Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy didn't think the treatment worked and decided not to move forward with the film in its current iteration. So sorry, Patricia. Better luck next time. Because Gunn and Safran, who had nothing to do with the decision, also agreed that DeLuca and Abdy, that the treatment did not work. Wah, wah. DeLuca and Abdy spoke to Jenkins first and communicated that they didn't get the treatment, didn't think it was the right direction for the franchise, and asked Jenkins if she would consider pitching something else for the IP in another direction. Gee, that sounds plenty reasonable. You've been working on this stupid movie for a long time. Clearly, you haven't done much with it to get it in the right fit for what they want to do. Why don't you go back to the drawing board, pitch us something? You're not fired, just pitch us something fresh in line with what Gunn and Safran want to do. But no! According to one insider, Jenkins refused and let DeLuca and Abdy know they were wrong. And that they didn't understand her, didn't understand the character, didn't understand character arcs, and didn't understand what Jenkins was trying to do. Well, apparently nobody understands what you were trying to do, because Wonder Woman 84 was total trash. To underscore her point, according to the first insider, Jenkins sent an email to DeLuca that ended with a link to the Wikipedia definition of character arc. Jenkins was told if she wanted to come back and pitch a different direction for Wonder Woman, the studio would hear it. She stood firm to her vision and responded that if they didn't want her to do her treatment, she wasn't going to do a different one and would instead just move on to her next film. Too bad they canceled Rogue Squadron from you, Patricia. Ha! Jenkins especially didn't want to hear what newly installed DC chiefs Gunn and Safran. Gunn, who's an actual creative, who knows how to write well, who knows how to direct well, could probably tell you, oh, you suck. She didn't want to hear that. even though they had nothing to do with the decision not to move forward with her version of Wonder Woman 3. We're going to stop right there. Oh, let's say, last line. She just doesn't want them to allow them to have a seat at the table, to have an opinion on something new that she might come up with, the insider added. So, what did we just learn from all this? Let's zoom. There she is, you smiling moron. What did we just learn? Patty Jenkins is a brat. She's an idiot. She cannot handle constructive criticism, which is what most of us can do. If you are a creative in any way, shape, or form, not everybody's going to like what you put down. And sometimes somebody being critical is not negative. It's pointing out, oh, you missed something. Why don't you go back and check this? This might work better this way. And if you aren't swallowed by your ego, you could take a step back and think, yeah, I guess you're right. I don't like it that you're right. And we don't like it when we get criticized. We don't like it, but sometimes an objective third outside opinion can give you a different perspective and show you something better than maybe what you're doing. I've had it happen to me. I've made changes appropriately when constructive criticism is delivered. But Patty, no, Patty's way is the only way. Patty had to do it her way. And then I love it. What I love, this just shows you what a moron she is. Sends them a Wikipedia link to character arc. Hey, Patricia, you know that Wikipedia is the worst sourced outlet on the internet. Yes, if it's just giving you straight numbers and facts of something, it's fine. Like episode counts, who made this, who made what. That's what I go to Wikipedia for shows and shit like that. If I want to know when it came out, who came out with what, maybe what the details of a summary were. Kind of stuff that's kind of set in stone. But if you're going for a definition of something, you don't go to Wikipedia. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I learned stuff from Wikipedia. No, you learned nothing from anything because you're dumb. Wonder Woman 84 proved it. You do not know how to direct. You do not know how to write. Wonder Woman, the first one, that kind of went off because, love him or hate him, Zack Snyder can direct, can write. And he was there the whole time, as we well know at this point. He had a hand on her shoulder, turning her in the right directions. It was still his baby at the time. He was crafting it. This women's, this crybaby, this brat, cannot stand to be told. And that's a perfect example of the non-creative, of the type of individual who has been told all their life, you're so great, you're so wonderful, you're phenomenal, you're the bestest ever. Because they think they're the bestest ever. And she was in a situation with the previous Warner Brothers administration where they told her, Patty, you believe in all the same stuff we do, so we're gonna tell you how great you are all the time. We're gonna let you do whatever you want because you think the way we do. We're not gonna criticize. We're gonna let you put out the scrap because it's filled with our ideology, our virtue signaling, our agenda, the narrative. We love it that you're doing that. But in this new administration, they need to make money. They know they need butts in seats. They have the actual numbers of how bad Wonder Woman 84 probably did. Not the bad numbers we know, the real numbers. And they said, wow, we look at this treatment. It's the same garbage she gave us before. What do? We can't have her do this. And we're not going to affirm her. We're going to tell her straight out, listen, this isn't good. But we still want to work with you. We'll give you another chance. But no, it has to be my way. I have to be the one. You can't tell me to do this. I'm Patty Jenkins. I can make a movie however I want. And I also think she didn't want to talk to James Gunn because she's probably afraid of James Gunn. Because uncreatives are afraid to be in the same room as a real creative, as someone who understands how to write, how to tell a story, how to direct a story in his case as well. She don't want to be near because then she'll be shown to be a true fraud. Because non-creatives are easily spotted by the creatives. We can see when we're dealing with a fake, a phony, a fraud. And then they got to run and hide. So she is skittered away. What's her next project? Who knows? I doubt she's going to get a next project because she is a fraud. She is a fake. She doesn't make money for anybody. And we're getting to that point where it's time to make money again. The agenda has failed. The narrative has failed. It's time to get back to business. And Patty Jenkins was bad for business. Nobody wants to deal with a diva brat, especially if the diva isn't a genius. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about whiny fifis. Hit the notification button, share my video if you like what I am preaching, and by all means, leave comments. Love to hear from you guys, real fans, passion in every word you relate to me. I care what you think. I don't care what the stands and the SJWs think, because 201, they are all cowards behind keyboards. And I can't wait for this video and future videos to trigger them. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therennerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.